like many other people who are on medication for chronic conditions, you're bored of it, you're fed up, you don't want to know too much, you just want to take the medicine and not feel like you're dying. And in my case, for the conditions I have, ankylosing spondylitis, Crohn's disease, all sorts of potential hyperostosis down the line to look forward to. These are conditions which meant that my paternal grandfather, Andrew Veitch, in 1939, when he volunteered to join the British Army, they said no, because he was too ill. And my father is affected by it, I'm affected by it, and I hope and I pray to God that my children are not. But we know how these things go. So, without further ado, let's do a mini unboxing. I've already ripped open the bag. Don't you worry, I'm going to store it in the fridge. Oh, I've pulled out my sharps bin. Basically, what this is, it's a prize. You put your hand under the flap, and ow! Yeah, I've won something. So, basically, what I'm about to store in the fridge is Humira, but it's been long enough now that generic versions of Humira are made, and the British, they give me the Amgen. So basically, I'll try and get one from the fridge to show you. I inject myself with a battlefield morphine pen, but instead of morphine, it has 40 milligrams of adalimumab. I don't know why they've given quite an exciting, exotic name to the anti-TNF inhibitor, but I'll try and get one from the fridge to show you. I should put some lights on. It's not too dark. It's not too dark. What have I got? Here's one I made earlier. Where is it? Here's one I made earlier in the fridge. Right. Let's go back to the window. And so, every fortnight, every 2 weeks, can you see the liquid in there? Can you see the bubble? Oh! Every 2 weeks, I inject myself with a metal needle, of course, under the skin, subcutaneously, either in the love handle, in the belly, in the thigh, other fatty bits, and I inject it. And like many people with chronic conditions, as I open the video, we're not, you don't want to keep going on about it. You don't want to know too much because it is depressing. I take this medicine so that I don't die. My grandfather, bless him, who volunteered to join the British Army, was rejected, and guess what? That same year, he had a quarter of his stomach removed, stapled out, because of the ulcers and the sores and the autoimmune horrors he suffered from. And poor guy, he didn't have this medication when he was a young man. He would have been late 20s, I think, for the 1939. 27 is how old he would have been. So, Amgen, 40 milligrams. This is Humira. It was made by either Abbott or Pfizer, I forget. And so, let me bring the prop. Get this all in the fridge. So, I'm like, you know, like many people, very suspicious, very ambivalent when a new and improved medicine comes out. A medicine that everyone has to take. And I'm like, come on, man. What does it say here? One pre-filled pen to take by subcutaneous injection once every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks! As directed. Oh, no, this one's made in Holland, the Netherlands. The Dutch medicine. So, I have to carry a card, and this has been generally my kind of get out of jail free card. This is your, if you get caught urinating in public by the police and they want to fine you, you say, I'm on biological medication. Nobody knows what that means, and I didn't really know what it means. Turns out, my darling Veitchlings, my darling viewers of the Charles Veitch channel, turns out I've been injecting myself with genetically engineered RNA recombined human biological cells, the main point being fully genetically engineered gene therapy into my veins every 2 weeks. And I never bothered to check. I never bothered. I was like, yeah, medicine, fuck it, medicine, whatever. I'll take the medicine as directed. Fuck it, I don't want to know too much. It's too depressing. I'd rather not be ill. Rather not have a long-term chronic condition. Don't want to curse my children with the pain that my granddad had, my dad had, and I had. And so I find this out. I'm like reading the small print for the first time in literally like 10 years. Okay, now 8 years I've been on this medicine. 8, 9 years. So I'm like, blah, 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 blah. This is a genetically engineered... For fuck's sake! Every medication has side effects. The medication of Humira and Amjevita, adalimumab, is a lowered immune response. And that is annoying because the last thing I want right now with what's going on in the world is a lowered immune response. I don't want to be immunosuppressed. But if I don't take this medication, I literally seize up like an old engine with no oil. That stuff is my WD-40. It allows me to digest food. It allows my joints to move. It allows me to experience other sensations other than chronic pain. Now, we all know every single medication has side effects. We're now about a year into the UK COVID-19 vaccination program. And as I keep saying, I'm getting soft on the vaccine, going soft. I don't care that much anymore. I've read the stats. Unless our entire society is one big lying clown show, I do believe the stats. I do believe that the COVID-19 vaccine has massively lowered severe illness, hospitalization, and death. So, just wanted to come clean. We are the Charlie Veitch channel. We are not the ideology channel. We are not the bullshit channel. We are not the dogma channel. We are not continuing barking up the tree, and even when you find out you're on fucking genetically engineered medication anyway channel. I just heard my neighbor downstairs. He's a nice guy. He's a dad as well. He's looking after his kid. But during the day when it's quiet, I should watch my voice. So, that's it. I inject myself every 2 weeks with genetically engineered medicine called Humira, Amjevita, adalimumab. So on that happy note, I better get to Manchester and film some bloody action and drama.